Welcome back to Lone Oak Farm 17 for episode 42 with me, MrSealyp. It's 6:26, it's late spring, I've already been up, I got up around 6, it was morning and dawn within about 2 minutes of each other. It was nice to get up in daylight, not darkness. I've just come from the cow shed, I've been round and all of the animals are fed, so we'll just have a quick whiz across. Cleanliness of the cows I've just done, that's why that hasn't reset. As far as animals go, sheep, we were on, I need to get this right, 165, so 75, 85, so we've got 23 new sheep. Pigs aren't far behind, next animal in 1 hour, 23. We've got 147 and 125 of those are ours, so we've got 22 pigs, 22 pigs, hogs. So we're going to go and check the job sheet. I've got a funny feeling I know what's going to be a big thing on there for today. Could it be possibly soy? We've got a lot of soybeans to get in the ground. Let's just have a quick check. Actually, wrong one. That's what we want. We are in the window for sunflowers, soybean, corn. Although the temperature's not right for corn or soybean yet, that doesn't matter. We're in the planting window. We can plant it, and then the temperature will rise. We're only a little bit off, I think, at the moment, but the temperature has definitely risen. I need to check the oilseed radish field. I need to check the grass in field 24, I think. But like I say, let's check the job sheet, see what we've got to do. Didn't do it yesterday. We kind of had a day off, although we ended up doing a load of jobs anyway. But look, and the sun's back on the job sheet again. Hooray! Right. So what do we have for today? We have got to deliver hogs to Barris down at the diner. We need to finish off our wool shipment for Eric, get that up to Green Oak Woolen Mill. That'll get shipped off to him. Soybean, I knew it was going to be on there. Soybean seeding, planting. Corn seeding and planting. The orchard for cadet mowing. We need to work out where we're going to put that at some point and do that. And then grass work. I think the grass work will be some for us. We need some grass and probably a bit of hay just to make sure. Not bales, just loose, I think. And also there's some mowing contracts that cadet mowing offered me last year, but it was into autumn and there was nothing left for me to cut. We might also be able to borrow, I think, cadet mowing, they've got a big M. So we might be able to borrow that. That's our jobs for today. We're not going to get through all of them, obviously, but we'll do as many as we can. Just as I thought. Okay, soy, lots of. Let's just close that. And corn we're going to need to do, but we do have some chores to do first. So we need to get over to pigs, don't we? Yeah, we need to get those down to Barris. I always walk from place to place. The reason I do that, I could just grab a tractor drive over, is that when I go and do a job and if I go into something else, I end up leaving tractors scattered all around the place. At least when they're here I know where they are and I come and grab a tractor and go and get on with it. Otherwise I forget where they all are. So let's go over to the hogs. So as I was saying, yeah, these go down to the diner with my subscriber contract with Barris and Taco Farmer. Barris buys them off me. You normally buy them with seasons, it fluctuates on how much they cost. But whenever you sell any of these animals, you make a massive loss. I say a massive loss. If they're new animals, then I suppose that's all technically profit. But if it costs you 3,000 to buy one, I suppose that's just the nature of economics, isn't it? But Barris offered me 3,000 per hog. Then they sort them out at the diner. They go all the way up to Taco Farmer at his stall up the southern end of the map. I always get this muddled up, the southern end of the map. And he makes bacon tacos. So, you know, if you're new to the channel, it's an interesting one, but it's an interesting contract for me to do. So every new hog I get, I can sell on whilst keeping the remainder. So what I did for a while, I left them all here, didn't sell any, because the more you've got in here, the faster the reproduction rate goes up, so on and so forth. I took the liberty last night of bringing over the trailer, which is still leased, by the way. We pay a leasing fee of that overnight. So what we'll do, we want to take out, what did I say, 23, wasn't it? So let's load. Let's see if my maths is right. This should take me down to 25. No. Oh no, it was the sheep that was 23. Hogs was 22. Right, so we can sell 22. At 3 grand each. 10 is 30 grand. 20 is 60 grand. 66,000. That's not bad. Confirm that. Wow. Okay, that's 66 grand in the coffers. Now obviously, because I run my game in regular time, I only normally skip the night. Occasionally I'll skip a little bit of time if there's something that needs to be done, but not normally. So what will happen is, over the course of a day, I can get a fair few jobs done. I know a lot of people will run their seasons at they'll have the time set at ×5 all the time. That way you can get through each day quicker. I like having a lot of daylight hours to get a lot of jobs done, but that's just me, that's just the way it is. Oh, that's the point, poplars. I wonder if they're going to be ready. So we're back into that mad time, spring. We've got a lot of planting and seeding to do. We have got today, yeah, probably today, we need to get the orchard sorted out for cadet mowing. Let me just check the map on this. So we are field 1, soil composition, fruit types. Poplars are in the kind of grey colour. It's kind of off grey. No, they're still in their last growth stage, but they're not going to be far off. So we're going to have a poplar harvest to do here. That's for JP. Yeah, the orchard. These deliveries. Soybeans in the ground, corn in the ground. I don't think, actually, this season, and I could be wrong, but at the moment, I don't think we're going to need any hay. Straw, I've got bales at the hogs, I've got bales at the cows, and I've also got about 500 and something thousand litres of straw still left. I don't need straw. Grass is a bit low though. So grass I might need a bit of, just to stock up. I don't know how far this Let's Play is going to go now, whether we're going to get into the next winter and then into another year. I haven't done that before. I'm just thinking time-wise, this has been recorded on the 28th, so we've got 3 days till the end of the month and then 20 days till the new game comes out. So potentially I could get through this season. We'll see how we get on. I really don't know. I'm thinking somewhere here, maybe that bit there for the orchard. Don't know. I do need to check actually my email from Randy at Cadet Mowing just to double check, because I don't want to get it wrong and put him in the wrong place. If he's got a specific place he wants his orchard, that would be a bit embarrassing. I spend all that time with my machinery putting the trees in, and then it all goes wrong, you know. So let's pull this up here. I apologise as well for my Upper Lusatia episode yesterday, where I don't know why I couldn't remember where that Excel point was. Just seeing that there's just reminded me. I can't believe I didn't remember. That's terrible. Right, so those will be sorted out now then by Barris and the people at the diner, and they will get taken up to Taco Farmer. That'll be a nice little money in the old in the coffers again, because we have spent a fair old bit. Farms are expensive to run. And now to the sheep, because we need to get that contract for Eric. Now I've already loaded one wall pallet onto the trailer on top of the other ones that were on there. So as far as I'm trying to think, we've got 12,000 litres on there and he needs 11. Plus we've got another pallet that's full, that's ready to go on. Oh gosh, nothing come through at all yet. That's interesting. Still showing as seeded, but... So this is the problem now. I bought the lorry here. Sorry, the truck. What I'll do, if I back this into space here... Come back for that later on. So yeah, as I said, Eric's subscriber contract needed 11,000 litres. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the back. So yeah, so we've got 12,000 litres on there already. He needed 11. We've got another pallet here. This one's not quite full yet, so I'm going to leave that for the time being. What I also did was took the liberty of getting one of the pickup conveyors, the S710, if I got that right, because I was spending ages, especially like overnight and stuff, coming back and having to use the lead pair every 5 minutes to clear the feed area. So I thought I'll put that in there. That's going to make my life a little bit easier over here actually. So let's get this pallet on. That can come in, and then we'll get this up to the wool sell point, and that'll be Eric's contract complete, plus a little bit of extra money for us, which is nice. And the price of wool, I say it was going up. Please tell me it's still going up. 9,150 and rising. There could be some argument to suggest that I wait until that gets to its highest point. But to be fair, this is just the contract for Eric. Whatever I make is whatever the payment is, so it really doesn't matter. Let's drop that down. Fantastic. Right. I'm going to just park that with the fork still on it, because when that pallet's ready, we can load that on. Right, that's good to go. Let's strap that down. That one misses. There's not another one. That should be okay. Right then. The wool seems to me to have been a long time coming. Seems to have taken forever. All the prep and getting the sheep and various different contracts where people paid me in sheep, and then Big Daddy's Tailoring USA giving me 30 sheep to look after for them, and then once they started producing, wow. And the reproduction rate has been phenomenal. So I've actually made, I didn't make, but I've got 23 sheep out of the deal, so that eventually, when their reproduction period ends, and I have to give the sheep back to Big Daddy, I would have gained as many sheep as they lent me, or I looked after. So as a result, win-win. Bit of a dodgy bit of the ground over there just on the left. That was when I had the Challenger. What do I have on the back of it? As I drove down the road, I got hit by something coming the other way, and it knocked the trailer into the field, so I damaged someone's crops. Don't tell anyone. If you don't, I'm sure someone will message and say, my name's so and so and so and so. I've been informed that you damaged my crops. That's what normally happens. And here we are. Green Oak Woolen Mill Company. So, sell point is round over here. Let's see what we make. And there we go, Eric. These will be winging their way to you. Money's going up already. It's going to be just under. Just trying to think now. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what we make. We're back over 300,000. That's good. And still going. With enough sheep, wool is, wow. It's worth its weight in gold. It's going to be interesting to see with FS19, because I know when we went from 15 to 17 there was a lot of kind of, the prices really did change, and initially people weren't very happy. It didn't seem great how much they're going to change. And what does that say? 100 and something, 120 something thousand? Can't actually see. 128? Again, we'll see, lots of whistling in this episode. That's good stuff. There you go, Eric, all done. 11,000 of that was yours, the rest was ours. Just made 128 grand. No. Awesome. Right. This will go back to the sheep farm. I'll grab the truck. And then we need to get back over to the farm, because it's time for soy. Let's get some seeding done. And not just grass, you know. Proper farm seeding. That's of course if I ever get off my chores, you know. So far off screen, animals all sorted and fed. Delivered the hogs, delivered the wool. When we get over that side, actually, when we're doing the soy, we'll check out the situation with field 52 with the oilseed radish. I mean, it might not even have kind of done anything yet. You know what? I'll just stop that there for the time being. Right, let's get the truck and get back over to the main farm. I'll see you over there in a minute, and we'll get seeding. Right, truck's dropped off, back in its parking bay. Now. It's a tricky one, it's a tricky one. I'm going Challenger. So, we'll grab the seed cart, we'll grab the seeder. Now obviously that big field that I've made, combining fields 44, 45, 49 and 53, that's going to take a while, but I've got lots of peripheral fields that I can do as well. 35 I'm going to put soy in, 27 Chad the Artist field right over on the eastern edge of the map, probably field 5, field 20, field 32, really anywhere I can put soy, because I'm going to need it. Field 50, that's going to have corn in, because that's going to go for hog feed, plus I've got a couple of contracts for corn, so I need to make sure I've got plenty of that, and that's a big field, so we should be good. So we've got 11,953 litres of seed on board. That's good. We need to change that to soybean. Wow, exciting times. Let's which one the island? I'm going to start on the big field. This is field 35, but I'll do that. The peripheral. Whoa, I did not like that at all. Maybe I turned it a bit too tight, a bit too fast. What was I saying? Oh, the other thing I never got round to doing, I didn't empty the bunker silo. All that silage needs to go into storage. So I need to do that some point in time. Just insert words that make sense there. However you want that sentence to work. So, Let's go. Let's open it up. This is crazy stuff. Right. Automatically. Automatic fail. Well done. Come too far over. Straight away. Let's get that over a little bit there. And try again, shall we? Get that right up to the edge. There we go. That's better. Right, well. Soybean. It's going to be interesting to see when all is said and done. See, it's times like this when I start putting crop in the ground, especially when I've got contracts, and I've got, like I've said in various episodes leading up to this, I've got quite a few soybean contracts. One ongoing from last year because I just did not have enough in the ground. I haven't actually worked out the total amount that I need this year, but it's a lot. That's why I'm just planting. I mean, you look over there, as far as the eye can see. Well, not as far as I can see. Bit of an exaggeration, but it's a lot. This one's a big field. Plus, I'm going to do any other field I can that's spare. Like I say, apart from field 50, corn's going in that. To this side of me, I've got a field that I bought with canola in, oilseed rape, and I've got a field with barley in. I also planted barley in the rest of field 1 where the poplars are, because I've got a couple of little contracts for, I say little, big popper seeds. I think it's 40,000 litres of barley wanted, and 35 of corn, I think, something like that. Then plus at the end of here I've got in field 52 my contract for Al, who's beavering away in the woodland. So yeah. So what I thought I'd do now is, this episode's now going to be about 4.5 hours long. I'm just going to do real-time seeding of, I know this is technically a planter and I'm putting soybean in, but you know, here's what it is. Right, I'm going to stop that there. So I think what I'm going to do is run a headland, I think. Let's try and line this up a little bit better that way. Yeah, so I'll probably run a headland along the edge, just so I don't go into the other farmers' crops. I know if you set a worker, it won't technically damage the other crops. I haven't come far enough over, have I? Please work. Oh, no, there's a gap. All the way up. Right, well, I'm going to continue. Oh, that stayed straight. I thought it was going to buckle on me straight away. Like it's starting to now. Right, swing over just a tad. Just the width of a track. And let's go again. There we go. Right, well, let's crack on, shall we? Right, here we are. That was a bit loud, sorry. We're about, well, I think we're probably over halfway. As you can probably see looking over that direction, I squared off some of the areas. I went around at the start and kind of put in some headlands just to make it easier for setting a worker. While the worker's been working, I did whiz off, check on feed situations, not feed, cleanliness of food areas. The hogs have been sold, so we were on 382 up to 448, so 66,000. They've been sold, and I also moved the seed bags that were in the main barn workshop and put them outside, so if we need to refill this seeder. Now this had about 11,000 and the seed's going really well on this, I'll be honest with you, not bad at all. Obviously I used the southern part of the field, you know, the southern fields from way back in the early episodes, that were kind of going free. I did join those onto field 53 as well anyway, so we're crossing the boundary from 49 to 53 now, just there, and then when we get to the end of this one, there's the additional bit on the bottom. Just over there, the roofs there, that's Millstone Farm, that's Farmer Pierce's farm. And I've also put a couple of headlands in this way, east-west, so that it can turn around. So I shouldn't have any issues whatsoever with leaving a worker to get on with it. If we look in the main map, and we scroll down to the fields that we're doing, as you can see, whoa, what happened there? As you can see, it's just about to turn around there. We're looking pretty good, I have to say. We've got to be over halfway, yeah, because there's only this section left to do. You see where I kind of squared things off, filled in that area, did that bit there, filled in that area and across here, just so there was a big enough turning circle, because it's quite a long vehicle. With that grain cart and the seeder on the back of that, it needs a bit of room to turn around. Now what I can do as well, because we've got these southern fields along here, I'm probably going to stick soybean right the way along there as well. But like I said, field 50, that's going to be corn. We'll get onto that in a little bit. But it's all going all right, I have to say. 35 we'll have soybean in, 29 we'll have soybean in, 20 we'll have soybean in, 27 we'll have soy. We're going to just put it everywhere. So as it stands at the moment, not bad. Now as far as the orchard for cadet mowing, I'm thinking this bit of land here is kind of going begging. I did cut that grass a while back, so I might put it in there rather than sort of use, assuming of course it will allow me to put trees in there, which again is not too far from saying Socks Organics as well, so for getting manure for the trees, it's not too far to go. So I need to speak to the guys that live in the houses here just to make sure it's alright with them, but we should be okay. Happy days. We might get a little bit, I don't know, we might get a bit tangled up when we get to the actual lone oak itself, so I might have to put a square around that or something, or I'll deal with it when I get to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'll drop off again, and I'll see you when this big field's done, and then what I'm probably going to do is seed all of the peripheral fields with soybean, so all the soil will be in the ground. I'll do that off screen, and then next episode is probably going to be the orchard and corn in field 50. So we get on, yeah. So I'll see you in a bit, and hopefully we'll have this big field completed. Fingers crossed, and all that. And with this tiny sliver, that's the big field done. I'm not even going to try and number it. There are too many fields combined together. I'll just call it the big field. And to be fair, we've got 2,384, 83, 82, 81, 80 litres left in there, which means we only used about 9,000, I suppose, 9,000 litres to do that entire field, which is massive. There's a couple of little bits I've missed, which I'm going to just go and tidy up. There's one this end and weirdly enough one right at the other end. Then I'm going to make a start on the strip up the side there, get soybean in that, And like I said, I'm going to do all the peripheral fields, get all of those done. But the plan for this episode was to do exactly what I've done. We've sold the hogs, we've completed Eric's contract for wool, and we've put soybean into the big field. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.